Hello, Liza. All right, this is our fast track class. Do we have any new folks here? You're brand new, first time, first week. Anybody? Let us hear from you. We want to get to know you. Don't be shy. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Kristen. Any new people here? It's your first class, first week. Anybody? Sorry, awkward silence there. I'm helping some people get in. All right. Sorry about that. I can't help no more get in. Hey, everybody. Good to have y'all. Prayers for everybody in hurting, suffering situations. Lots of hurting and suffering going on. And yeah, bless your heart, bro. Yeah, sorry for everybody suffering. A lot of stuff going around, a lot of pain in this world, and some is acute and some is chronic. So sorry. Let's talk about how we cure chronic pain. Yay, weight loss, losing weight. takes care of a chronic problem, carrying around extra weight that you don't want to be carrying around. Yes, you are muted, Desiree. We cannot hear you. Yeah. So my name's Travis Martin. I've lost more than 100 pounds with the program. I've come off all prescription medications. Program's changed my life, and it's continuing to change tens of thousands of other lives too. We do things different here. Most companies give out a meal plan and they hope that you lose some weight for a week and then maybe you'll buy their branded products. And we're a little different. We want to educate. We want to teach you how food breaks down in your body so that you can make better decisions. The biological part of what we teach, if implemented and applied, is more powerful than pharmaceutical medications. Let that sink in for a minute. Hey, Patricia and Amanda, let that sink in. If what I teach is easy, and we can get the mind right and you apply it, it's more powerful than pharmaceutical medications. So listen to this. Now, as of the latest research from Pew Research, 73% of all Americans fall in one of three categories: overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. Now, are 73% of the people, does that mean that they're lazy, don't have any discipline? No, it does not mean that. Sure, there's that percentage of people that are, but really it's small. Most of my clients work their tails off. They work their tails off in the home. They work their tails off at work. They're empty. And one of the things that we do to fill that emptiness is we find an escape. How many of you, food in some way or another is an escape? It gives you an opportunity for a little self-pleasure. Yeah, that little Doritos, a little bit of self-pleasure. It tastes good. And you're a smart person. You know that it's not healthy, but it may be the only pleasure you have in a day, where if we can be so bold and honest to say, the spouse, you've together have fallen in a rut. You've lost connection. The kids, gimme. People at work influencing you. They're not doing what, if you can't beat them, join them, right? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So you got all of these things that you're up against. And on top of that, you're in an environment that is not conducive to living a healthy lifestyle. So it's only going to be the brave. It's only going to be the bold. It's only going to be the uncommon. It's only going to be those that want to live unto Jesus that are able to navigate that. The Bible says, does the Bible say this, true or false? It's easy for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. False. It says it's hard, right? With man, this will be impossible, but with God, all things are possible. There's more than just being rich in money. We've taken money and made it something evil. There's everybody here, you need more money. You give more money to a good person, it'll make them a better person. You give more money to a bad person, it'll make them a worse person. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. I'm talking today about another kind of wealth. Everybody within the sound of my voice, comparably, you are rich in food and variety of food and pleasurable food. You are rich beyond belief. You could literally, I could prove this, but we won't be able to other than in your mind and heart. I could take anybody here struggling with food addiction, and I could drop you off in a country where their happy index is higher. Hear this, I study this stuff all the time, where they have what's called the happy index. So countries with a high happy index, do you think that they're more overweight than America or less? They're less because they're happier. They don't have as many voids to fill with foods, drugs, alcohol. Did you know that the United States of America is the #1 consumer of diet programs, paid for diet programs, and the #1 consumer, and it ain't working, and the #1 consumer of pornography? Did y'all know that? That means there's a huge hole in the heart. And what Shibboleth is trying to do and trying to recruit others to help us do is talk more about heaven. See, a rich man, let's say that we're rich. How many of y'all are basically, be honest now, comparable to other countries? You're rich. If you wanted to, you could eat out almost every night, especially with groceries being as high as they are now. Groceries are going through the roof. It's getting close. I can't make this case in front of you women who are frugal and shop, but as a guy, I can almost eat out cheaper than I can get the ingredients and do it at home, because you always have some leftover waste or whatnot. It's getting that close where I can almost eat out, because the restaurants want our business so much. I can almost eat out better than I can shop for groceries. They're so expensive now. So before we get into the lesson today, I think we have to really dig around and find out what is the root of our problem. Why are we overeating to the point of self-destruction? And I really believe it's so many of us, and we can't admit it because we're Christians. So, right, if you tell another Christian, I feel empty inside. Now stay with me before you leave. If I tell another Christian I'm feeling empty on the inside, what do they tell you? You need to do what? You need to pray. You need to get your heart right. You need to get your life right. As if because you're having an empty moment. Elijah had an empty moment. Paul had some empty moments. Peter, James, and John had some empty moments. But yet when you're hurting, and you talk to a brother or sister about you're hurting, they want to indicate, the enemy uses them, and the enemy indicates that something's not right with you in your relationship with God, or you wouldn't be feeling this way. How many of you know, whether you agree or not, you know I'm telling the truth? They don't give you any practical help. They don't give you any action plan. They don't say the Lord loves you and you don't need to change a thing. You're accepted just like you are. And here's some practical tools. We're going to do this together, and we're going to start overcoming our food addiction so that we can draw nigh to God. Here's the practical tools on how to do that. Here's the practical tools how to take care of your health. Here's the practical tools how to pay down your debt and live debt free. Here's practical tools on how to go on a big vacation or whatever and feel better about yourself in your own skin. That's what we're doing. Y'all gonna get mad, but I'm tired of people just saying, I'll pray for you, and that's all they say. Right? Okay, thanks a lot. When you're going through crap, I'm just gonna say, I'll pray for you. So what I'm saying is there are practical tools that we can utilize and fill these big voids where we're just running empty. Part of you are running empty because you're such givers. It's because you're so close to the Lord. You're trying your best to imitate Christ, and you're trying to be good with everybody, love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance, and faith. And at the end of the day, God's going to bless you, right? And then that blessing doesn't come in that moment. And yeah, I'm telling things that people don't like to hear. And then you feed that that hole in your heart again, because after all, you need some pleasure each day. A lot of your void is because you're trying to live. Stay with me before y'all reject me. You're trying to live for God. You're trying to be all that you can be for the Lord. And you're empty. Your love tank is empty. And you're not going to do drugs, most of my people. You're not going to go do something that you shouldn't do. So you do what's commonly accepted amongst our people, and you eat. And it's hurting you. Maybe the real answer is all these people that you've been taking care of, except for yourself, you have to let them go and let God deal with them for a while. Somebody should shout. Maybe it's time for you to commend them unto the Lord and say, they have run me, left me empty. They're all yours now. I'm not God, you're God. They're coming to me and relying on me. Time for them to rely on themselves. They can do their own darn clothes for a while. They can do their own, but I'm going to take care of myself for me so that I feel happy and I can give them more. But it may be time for y'all to do what Jesus did and go away in spirit. I know physically you can't, but just let them go for a little while and take care of you right now. Now, I don't know if this is the lane that you should take to take care of yourself, but I would suggest if you feel that you are overweight, you sluggish, low energy, not feeling good about the reflection staring back at you in the mirror, this is a good place to start. I believe that we should pray for one another, but we should also give each other practical help. So with that said, we're going to do a quick review and see what we've picked up on as you're going through the fast track videos. Do I have anybody here that hasn't earned their fast track badge? I'm seeing over here a few people on my accountability report that haven't, but are there some others that got in here? All of these recordings, Stephanie, are added to the website. They're all in your video library. I record every session. They're always put in the video library as long as there wasn't a glitch. So everybody believes they have earned the fast track badge. All right, well, let's get started. So I can lose body fat efficiently as long as I'm in a calorie deficit. True or false? That is false. That is false. So you can lose some body fat in a calorie deficit, but you will not lose it efficiently. We lose it efficiently by controlling insulin with Shibboleth combinations that are more powerful than pharmaceutical drugs without the terrible consequences. How many of y'all probably expect me to get taken down one day? Because I keep saying that. I do. I do. So if we control insulin, we are going to lose body fat very efficiently. Insulin is a growth hormone. It is a fat storage hormone. It elevates your appetite. It destroys your mitochondria. If you don't deal with insulin, and I promise you, if you're not doing Shibboleth, everybody here has higher insulin levels than they need to be running through their bloodstream. Then it's not good. Insulin is meant to regulate our blood sugar when we're eating a piece of fruit, when we're eating a piece of watermelon, something God provided. But our pancreas is like an internal pharmacy, and it's having to secrete so much insulin because of the way we live and graze that your pharmacy's running out of insulin. That's a good layman's way to look at it. You're literally, this is why you hear these technical terms and all this stuff. You're insulin resistant. That's because the BMI is growing and your pancreas can't keep up to spread out that medicine when you're eating incorrectly. Please listen to the wounds of a friend. If you don't stop this, or you don't maintain your current lifestyle that we're teaching you, you're going to die a premature death. Statistically, that's going to happen. It's going to happen. Breaks my heart. Because we can end it today. We can start extending your life each and every day. You know, back in the day when they said cigarettes, every cigarette took 6 minutes off your life. Do you remember when that was a big thing, when they first started attacking the tobacco industry? Y'all, people literally, I grew up in a household where they were smokers. They finally been able to quit with the help of God and their grandchildren. But I grew up in a home where they were smokers, because when my mom and dad was growing up, it was cool. It was a cool thing to do. If y'all remember, there was ads with doctors smoking. In fact, stay with me. I'm going to reroute all this into a good nutrition lesson. In fact, did you know nicotine is a wonder drug? The problem is the delivery system by which it's introduced to your system. It's the delivery mechanism, the cigarette, the tar, all of those components that are carcinogenic. That's the problem. It's not the nicotine. It's just like caffeine. Did y'all know caffeine is a wonder weight loss drug? Pure, natural, non-synthetic caffeine. It's amazing. The problem's the delivery system. It's like this stuff here. It's got the Michael Jordan of all supplementation in it, called creatine. It's a wonder drug, a wonder ingredient, life-changing ingredient. However, it's usually packaged in something, in a mechanism that's full of sugar. This one isn't, but so there's some amazing things out there. So they get us hooked on it, though, because, you know, it has these nefarious mechanisms that introduce it to the body. And that's what gets us in trouble. So all that stuff, like cigarettes, that we look down on these days, try to help people quit smoking. I want you to look around at the 73% of the population who has high levels of insulin in their system all day, every day, because they're grazing every day. You literally have a ticking time bomb going through your bloodstream because you're not keeping that regulated. It's just a fact. That is, in my estimation, insulin is the most powerful hormone in our body. I think it's more powerful than testosterone. I think it's more powerful than estrogen. So why wouldn't you want to learn to control that, have the code to that ticking time bomb so you can turn it off? Why wouldn't you want to do that, prolong your life, but more importantly, have better days, better quality days, more joy, more happiness, more enthusiasm? So that's all that we're talking about. Controlling insulin, controlling our calories, changing our behaviors. And by the way, smokers, have some smokers here today. You know, you get a bad rap. I'm not trying to talk you into smoking. I need to get rid of these things, right? But what I'm trying to say, all the folks that are secreting insulin all day, every day, they don't even think about it. I hope the next time you're eating, you hear Travis going, psst, 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 That's your pancreas secreting the fat bus. Psst, psst. That's your pancreas secreting the fat bus, because we don't feel it happening. Well, you can actually if you pay attention, but it's deadly. How many of you, at least today, are ready to control insulin? You're ready to get it under control. And by the way, before we go further today, what are the reasons that you don't? When I'm trying to talk y'all into following Fast Track and going through Kim's course and then applying the information, what are your reasons for not doing it? Like a lady this morning said, I don't know what to eat. Nobody's helped me. Easy to solve that one. Somebody said yesterday it's too expensive. Easy to solve that one. So what holds you back from doing this and living it every day? Is it because it's no fun? You don't have enough variety? What do you think it is so that we can try to overcome that? Anybody? Or you just don't want to lose weight bad enough? Which one is it? Somebody said lazy. Appreciate the honesty. Free is, yep. Well, Charles, they have to buy food. That's what's expensive. They don't want to buy the food. Grazing. Now, let me ask you, somebody said, I need help. Now, watch this, everybody. They said, I need, not this person, but all of us, I need help. Explain to me right now, can we have an honest conversation? Know that my heart's in a good place. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I want to have safe, honest conversation. I'm hearing a lot, I don't have any help. Does anybody consider me going live twice a day, every day of the week, help? Or is it really, stay with me, you don't have to answer this. This is going to hit the heart. If you don't consider me going live twice, have y'all ever seen me not answer a question that a client has? Or at least try. So stay with me, because here's where real change happens. When people say, I need more help, or I need one-on-ones, or you don't, this is a one-on-one, but stay with me. Stay with me. What you discover in all the one-on-ones we do, they are rarely about nutrition. They're rarely about weight loss. They're in hopes of finding connection. One of the reasons that we're eating like this all the time, we may be surrounded by people everywhere, but we're lonely. And we want to know that somebody cares about us on an individual basis. Is that true or not? It's not that you need help beyond what we provide here. It's not that you can't figure out what to eat beyond what we provide here. It's that deep down there's some sort of longing to find some individual, like y'all know I care about the group, right? But wouldn't it help if you knew I cared about you personally and I knew you cared about me personally? So a lot of times when people are saying it's too expensive or I can't get any help, they're not really getting to the root of the problem. And it's that they're lonesome. They're hurting. They don't feel that anybody deeply knows them or deeply cares about them. So if you do want one-on-one, then if you go sit down with somebody who provides that service, it's hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So then, once again, you don't feel cared about. So much of what we're dealing here, the negativity about the program, lack of variety, too much time, all that, those are excuses to avoid dealing with the real problem for most people. Now, we've got to address that hole in your heart. And we've got to get you comfortable where you're enjoying yourself even when you're alone. I used to say, I don't like people. but I love people. The real issue was everywhere I went, I didn't like me, and everywhere I went, I was there. So what we offer to the best of our ability is a place, a safe place for you to come and learn nutrition and for us to connect in a group setting. I know it's not the same as one-on-one, but it's still a way to connect with other people here, to form relationships. See, there's just more going on here than we don't know how to eat. We deeply long to be cared about and to be loved unconditionally. So the first place to start is you loving yourself. You need to dig deep right now. Do you truly, truly love yourself? And if you do love yourself and enjoy yourself, then why are we continuing to harm ourselves? Just things to think about. So we have a program where we label the day. Today is Tuesday, August the 22nd, 2023. A beautiful day that the Lord has made. I've got anxiety. I'm worried about things that are coming up in the future, but yet I've decided to have peace today in the middle of the storm. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow may never come. We may be overran by the zombie apocalypse tonight. We may see Terminator robots walking the street soon. I can't worry about these little things in front of me right now. All I've got is today. And today is going to be a perfect day or a holiday. There is no in between. How many perfect days does it take to get in efficient fat burning mode? It takes 2. Now, after that second day of following these rules, this is 5 pounds of fat and how much space it takes up on the body. It's just all day. If you're following Shibboleth on that third day, it's just flaking off, flaking off, flaking off. It's dissipating its heat and going away, beloved. Isn't that amazing? All you got to do is get to that third day and then lock it down and rip off the knob. Now, true or false? If you're following Shibboleth strictly, you will lose more weight on the third day than you will the first day. True or false? That's false. True or false? If you're following Shibboleth, you will lose more body fat on the third day than you did the first day. That's true. See, those scales, as y'all are getting started with your lifestyle, those scales are the devil. They lie. They're mean little liars. And if you look at them every day, they lie. So what happens? What happens on somebody's journey? So we're trying to lose weight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we tell you, weigh once a week, especially if you get depressed by what the scales say. I don't get depressed, so I weigh many times a day. Bye, Zoom user. So you're starting your program, and let's say that you picked up enough to follow it strictly. For breakfast, you had a Mighty Muffin. For lunch, you had Wendy's chili. For dinner, you had Travis spaghetti. You had a good day. And then the next day, you didn't do any grazing. Let's say you weighed 240. And then the next day, you get up and you weigh, you can't help but peek. You want to know if it's working already. And you're down 6. And it says 234. And you go, woo, this is the best program ever. I lost 6 pounds. If I keep this up, I'm going to lose more than 2,000 pounds in a year. Woohoo. But most of this that we lost little bit of fat, but most of it was water and sugar. Correct, everyone? Then Wednesday morning, you weigh in, you're starting the EFB and you're down to 232. Y'all know I'm about to tell the truth again, and you're a little disappointed. Even though you lost 2 pounds, you were hoping that you'd lose 6 again. Tell the truth. Still trying to diet it off. And you say, well, you know, I did pretty good. So you do Wednesday's the day I tell you the EFB kicks in. Thursday you weigh in and it says 232, and you're ready to quit. Come on, get it out of your system, get it out. You got to get the gunk out. You're believing lies, right? So then Friday you try again and you're down a pound. You're down 231. You've actually lost 9, and that's the only reason you're sticking with it. Or you quit because it looks like it's slowing down and you're hitting a plateau. Now watch what happens. Friday night, you go on a date, and then Saturday morning, you're back up to 236. How many of you get so discouraged and you say, I quit? You gained it back like that. Get it out. Come on, we got to get it out. Get that gunk out. I know, listen, I know that you know better. I know better than to think that way. But isn't that how you think? So, next day, we try again, and we're back to having a perfect day, and that water weight's dropping off, and then we start back over, and then we're actually down like 235. And then we're losing it slower, but now what we're losing is body fat. So it's more about living a proper lifestyle. And the way we do that, hey, Kim, we have perfect days and holidays. There's no in between. Now, there's various perfect days that we teach as you advance, but they're all just different types of perfect days. There's fast weight loss perfect days, there's faster weight loss perfect days, and then there's the fastest. And all of them work, all of them are healthy, but there are rules that we follow. There are rules, and we have to abide by them strictly. Someone recently told me that they lost all of their weight and they never had a single perfect day. They just followed some of our principles. Now that scares me to death for them, because I like to have my rules. Kim Danke, I think, agrees. So we have to have, I'm shooting for this every day. But this person lost all their weight, never having a perfect day. And I said, please don't tell anyone that, because you're definitely special. But yet, the question was why? And it's because the program is so powerful that most people can still lose weight if they'll just do 2/3 of the program. But I like to have those rules, okay? That way we adjust from the very beginning to how we should be living life, and we never have to change it. Maintenance, by the way, you find maintenance on the way to maintenance. But with all that said, we have a perfect day. You have to drink your water, you have to journal, you have to eat in the right food combinations or an approved recipe or a meal replacement in the right package that's already portion controlled for you. You eat the right portions and daily rations, so up to 3 eating episodes a day. So true or false? I could have 2 Shibboleth approved snacks and 1 Shibboleth approved meal, and that would be a perfect day. Yes. The idea is to have 3 eating events per day or less. I call it an event because we all love to eat. So, and I'm looking forward to the next one. If I want seconds, I can have it as soon as my timer expires. 3 meals a day, 3 eating episodes a day is plenty of food. Plenty of food. Another number one thing that we hear is, Travis, I'm starving to death. What can I do? You are not starving to death. Listen carefully, the mentality that caused the problem can't continue on. We're trying to continue on with the same thought processes that created the problem to begin with. Would y'all agree the only way to fix this is to change our thoughts and our speech? You are not starving to death. The next time you feel like you're starving to death, get naked, go into the bathroom and turn on some good music and shake it like a Polaroid picture. And if there's more jiggling and itching than you want to jiggle and itch, then you're not starving to death. This has got to go. This has got to go. It is what is contributing to your suffering or your lack of excitement. Couple more things, we'll keep teaching. Let me ask you this. Please catch this. Try to answer if you can and you're not driving. He who is within us is greater than he that's in the world. That person, that spiritual woman inside, if we would listen to her. So I want you to ask, is everybody ready to ask your spiritual woman in here a question? He who is within us is greater than he that's in the world. Are you ready to ask her a question? What is, you don't have to answer this out loud, stay with me. I want you to visualize your favorite food. Your favorite food that's not approved. Your favorite comfort food. Like I have many, but in this moment, I would like to have Henry's in Ackworth, Henry's Louisiana Grill. I would love to have his bread pudding. That's hard for me to resist. So is everybody visualizing it? And you've got your favorite. Now I want you to ask her, I want you to ask that higher self, the one that was born in the image and likeness of God. I want you to ask, not your flesh, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited am I about the prospects of eating that right now? How excited am I? Now, I want you to visualize you living in your ideal weight, wearing something cute, and wear something cute. You visualize love in your life. You love yourself. You're proud of yourself. You love others. You're in an outfit that you'd love to fit in and be in. You're going out on a beautiful date night in maybe a little black dress or whatever. I want you to visualize that. Now, if that could happen today, like you could eat bread pudding today, if that could happen today on an excitement meter, where's your excitement? If that could happen right now, if y'all were lined up and all I had to do was snap my fingers and you'd be there, is your excitement higher over the bread pudding or higher over your best life? Which one? So you want it. Reasonable people had rather have that. It's exciting. So what separates you? Why are we choosing the food which we don't value over our highest and best exciting life? Why are we doing that? Why do we give in to temptation? Because it's right there. You can have it right now. And in your mind, you can't have losing weight right now. It's going to take work and effort. But really, that's not true. If you walk in the Spirit, you can go on and live your best life right now. One more thought. I'm big on this right now. You're looking for your environment to support you. Your environment, what the scales say, what the mirror says, it's never going to support you first. You have to support your environment. Again, same analogy, same thing for you to think about when you're looking in the mirror and you're looking at your reflection. This is how life is. I'm looking at my reflection and I say to my reflection, when you smile and act happy, I'll smile and behave happily. How long will we be sitting there? Forever. But how do I get the reflection in the mirror to smile back at Travis? I have to smile first, and then it smiles. If you're trying to lose weight today, somebody needs to do their vision for their life worksheet or their vision tracker, create the vision, and then live like that now. Live that way now. So when I was over 300 pounds, I didn't wait until I become 200 pounds to eat the way I eat today. I said at 300 pounds, I'm going to go ahead and eat like a 200-pound man would, even while I'm 300 pounds. Are y'all feeling what I'm saying? That's the only way anybody, even if they've not thought it out, that's the only way anybody reaches their goal. They go ahead and start behaving like the size they want to be, like the person they want to be, even before it's happened. We call it, got on the wrong shirt, we call it faith it until you make it. So your vision board, let me show you. If you're a member, we give this to the free members too, by the way. We just keep giving away everything to try to help people. But you go to your journal, and then the best one is right here, vision and goals. And you can set up a vision tracker, as many as you want. And I'll show you one of mine. This is on my phone, by the way. The power of this is incredible. This stuff changed my life, y'all. If I could get more of you to do this, every time before I eat, I just click play on my phone. I've got it short linked to my phone. And I've got many of these. This is in my dummy account. But watch this. I put my goal is body fat percentage. I've got a deadline. I've far excelled past the deadline. But this is what I looked at to get myself there. And I said, I want to get in great physical condition for an upcoming trip. I put in an audio track. Has anybody heard Roar by Katy Perry? So that I can show you the power of this, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop my live stream. If you're watching on Facebook, I got to go because I'm going to play music for them. You can go to www.travis.coach and sign up for any of my classes. Everybody's welcome. We're changing the world together. So I'm stopping the live stream. You can go to www.travis.coach. Now check this out. Imagine, are y'all with me? Imagine, I'm tempted. I'm tempted with my bread pudding, and I've got goals, and I've got a trip coming up, and I want to look tanned, and I want to look fit. You know, as a former, not talking about you, talking about me, as a former fat boy, part of my journey was I wanted to be seen. I never felt good about my body. And imagine on the beach that first time I'd gotten in good shape and I took my shirt off and my wife is like, you better put that shirt back on, boy. So see, this is the kind of stuff that helped me have enough perfect days so that I could get there. But there's a very small percentage of people here doing it. The power is not just in the meal plan, power's in the power of the mind and the Holy Ghost. So check this out. I hope this one still works. It's been a while. And I want you to look. There's pictures of me. I had lost a lot of weight. Obviously, I'm not 300 pounds. I'm 6'3". People think I'm short, but I feel it. I fill out a 6'3" frame really good, to the point that my jeans, when I walk, my thighs within a couple of weeks will rub holes in my jeans when I'm carrying weight. So these are photos after I'd lost a lot of weight. I think I was like 240 here. And I'm taking before photos because I'm trying to get in my best shape. And then down here, I've gotten leaner than this now. But you can see there's a positive vision. I've got the negative vision, the positive vision. Sasha and I, she carried me out celebrating my goal achievement, and got me all dressed up, made me wear a tight shirt. And then here I am, and actually have gotten in a lot better shape than this one now. This has been a while back. But imagine this, and you can put as many pictures as you want. Watch this.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire, cause
Now, I want to make a point. Hey, Linda, you ought to see me now. I just don't have a tan, but you ought to see me now. I shredded. So listen up, y'all. I want you to consider yourself and think for just a minute. Imagine I'm at Red Lobster and the Cheddar Bay biscuits are sitting there. True or false? I can have shrimp scampi with broccoli. Yeah, I can have shrimp scampi with broccoli. Could I have at Red Lobster a little bitty broiled lobster tail and some shrimp, unbreaded shrimp, and a salad? But the problem is those Cheddar Bay biscuits, correct? Isn't that the problem? That's the problem. So watch. Here's the mindset. Please adopt this stuff. Because y'all, my heart's breaking. Kim Dankey, does your heart break sometime? We love y'all so much, and we see your suffering. And it's just a few mental knob turns and you're there. So imagine my thought processes are not old Travis. It ain't fair. This is my old Travis. It ain't fair that they get to have that and I can't. It's not fair. And then I'd eat it or be miserable. Now my thought process is focus on what I can have, not on what I can't have. If I love the shrimp and the broccoli. I don't need the biscuit. And if I just eat the shrimp and broccoli, I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm going to be headed toward my goal when I leave Red Lobster. Y'all with me? It comes with an invisible side item of ripped ab Travis. I like shrimp and broccoli and abs better than if I eat the Cheddar Bay biscuit, because I'm an adult, I have to consider the negative consequences. If I have the biscuits, it's going to be good in the moment, but I'm going to be mad at myself that I did it. And it comes with the invisible side item of achy breaky heart, Travis. I don't want that. Then I play those slides. I've got one that goes on forever and ever, but it's got pictures of me in my underwear, and I'm not showing you. And then you don't want me to either. But do y'all hear me? What do you think that does for me watching that when I need that extra nudge to do the right thing? There's also my vision for my life. Okay, watch this. I'm glad we're tackling this today. This week, for whatever reason, I'm having to go with my heart rather than structure, and then we'll get to Kim Dankey's structure in a moment. So look at digital worksheets. I've got my vision for my life. Every free member has access to this one. And check it out. I've got my I am statements, my ideal weight. I wear my ideal size, 32. My body fat is 10%. All this has happened. And then I have pictures that are positive that I can look at. I have this short link to my phone too. I have this one short link to my phone too. Excuse me. I've got a lot of fiber in me right now and happy juice. I apologize, and collagen. Okay. So you could use this sheet, print it out. So you've got to have those mental helps. That nudge to do the right thing. Your highest and best self talking to you in the moment when the flesh wants to lead the way. Okay. Yes, you can short link that to your phone. So when you go to it, Cindy, on your phone, through your browser, you go to it, then you can add it to your phone's home screen. That way you just click it and it goes right to your vision tracker. All right, got a couple of questions coming in. How has Sasha been worried about her? Thank you, Pat. Sasha lost her nanny yesterday, who she was very close to. And she's had such a load on her lately, heavy load with the business. And then her nanny passed away. So she's going to be headed up there, and I will have to be too later in the week. But thank you for your prayers for the family. Her nanny lived a Christian life and has went home to be with Jesus. But they were very close. Stella, I texted with a young fellow last night that we have known a long time. He had posted about wanting to quit eating sugar. So then I started texting. His beautiful wife passed away 5 years ago. He's empty and eating. I want to help him. May I send you a message on Facebook for some suggestions? Sure, I'll do my best to help. The best thing that we can all do is try to get them to come to class. We need people to come to class. It's one of the things is, as much as I want to help, it's just too many individual people, but I can help in these group sessions, and try to grab me anytime. And if I'm available, I'm always trying to help. I hardly ever shut up talking about trying to talk somebody into, because once I talk them into getting started and they find some success, they're all in. But that hard part is getting them to put their guard down and get started. And that's why I do these live classes. Okay, so as we near the completion of this class, let's take a look at where we need to be. Okay, so here we are, and we're going to get started for free. Okay, and I'm going to type in free Martin. Free Martin, that's a good one. And don't put in fake email addresses because you'll get kicked out. So I'm going to go ahead and put a fake one in that'll get kicked out. Dive into your weight loss adventure. All right, the first thing that comes up is a video asking for your phone number. Reason being so that I can notify you about class, because if I don't, you'll forget it. And if you're not surrounding yourself with what we teach and what we preach, life is gonna get in the way. So it's up to you, but I'd like to be able to communicate with you. Then you've got your journal. You start writing your journal. Each one of these videos, once you mark it, it'll give you another video. But we want to go to fast track. Does everybody see this? We want to go to fast track. Then we've got the laps that Kim and Sasha laid out to help you navigate the site. You go through that, tells you exactly what to do. Find your ideal weight, hover over the I, it tells you how to do that. Welcome packet guidelines, everything you need is right here. So if you'll just follow these instructions and don't get bogged down with what everybody else is telling you to do, forget what your other people, Shibboleth members included, until you earn your fast track badge, you don't need to listen to anything but me and Kim. Do y'all agree, experienced members? Because you'll have people that talk you into signing up and they're further along and they want you to learn all this amazing stuff, but it will bog you down. And that's what's happening right now. So we've simplified this, completely simplified it. So all you've got to do is come here and go to Kim's fast track videos. How many of you are enjoying those? You've got meal plans, worksheets, you've got combination charts, all kind of resources, even got the book if you rather have the book, and you've got all of these videos and they're short and you just go through these, take your notes. You may have to go through them a couple times. It doesn't take long. And then once we've mastered this information, we take the test, pass the test, and earn the badge. People that earn the fast track badge do incredible with our program. You can literally have earned it this week. And then we can start talking about how to personalize your journey, help you with your meal plan, whatever you need help with. But for it all to make sense, because you just notice I spent an hour trying to talk you into it, trying to talk you off the ledge, so to speak, trying to keep you going if you're already going. But where we learn the foundation is right there, simple and easy. Your food library and the foods are there, everything you need. And you can literally make a step forward at changing your life this week. Where else can you do that? I found Coca-Riga here in Canada. BioCoffee gives me gas. Does Coca-Riga do the same? I think it's, Cindy, it's going to be up to you to experience it and to try. I just don't know. I know Sasha gets the poots with things that I don't, and I get the poots with things she don't. So I'm not sure. I've never had a pooting problem with Coca-Riga. What was the product you said Sasha uses for appetite suppressant? Advocare. She uses Slim, Advocare Slim, for weight management and appetite control. But both of us now are sold out on peak performance for all things. Saves money over the long haul too. Anybody got any questions before we go? Does everybody know where to find their videos and their food categories? Is there anybody confused that we can reach out to today with one of our people reach out and help you? You're confused. You have no idea how to start. Do I drink Spark? Every day, Deborah. I drink Spark every single day. Baby Colton is getting stronger. Lots of things to be concerned about, but we've given it to the Lord, and we're praying. We're praying. How do I know which peak performance vitamins to choose? If you'll tell me what your primary goal is, I can tell you. If your primary goal is building your metabolism, you need the metabolic health one. If you have goals not just about metabolic health and you're concerned about heart health or brain health, I was concerned about brain health, so I'm on the brain health one. Most of our ladies would do well to go with the bone and joint, the brain, or the heart. You really can't go wrong because they're all similar. They're just nuanced. Total health is the best one because it's got everything, but it's just totally up to you. They're all so similar. You can't go wrong with any of them. It's just if your primary goal isn't weight management, I wouldn't do metabolic health. Metabolic health is going to give you energy and help rev up that metabolism while also completing all of your micronutrient needs. What about help with hormone imbalance, like too much cortisol? Following the program consistently. So if you've been following our program, I know it's not sexy and I know it's not what we want to hear, but the program takes care of all of that for you if done consistently. And what I mean by that is spending 6 months to change the cellular integrity of every cell. You need about 6 months on the program, sticking to the program. Now, if you've been doing that for 6 months and you've not had more than 6 holidays a month and you still have these issues, then we can dive deeper. But you have to start with the first step, which is good nutrition. The reason our hormones are out of balance and off balance is 2 things: genetics and how we eat. So if we want to fix that, we first have to start with how we eat. You can't blame it on genetics. You can't blame it on a failing endocrine system if we're eating wrong. Does that make sense to everybody? So every problem that people bring to me, we have a desire to know what is the special thing that I can do that will help me deal with this issue. And it's just following the program. It's hard to believe, but when you disrupt your endocrine system through eating a lot of sugar and starch, then that makes other things get off. Cortisol is helping you deal with stress. Do y'all know why you're stressed chronically? Sugar and starch. The stress that we have in our lives is not what's causing it. They tell you that. They want to control you. But that's not why you're stressed. In fact, more people are dying in America today due to less stress than too much stress. Y'all don't listen to the news. There's never been a time. Go talk to my grandmother who's 100 years old. Somebody's going to amen this. I used to say when I was a kid, somebody's getting on my nerves, and my daddy would say, "Boy, you don't even have nerves." Now, you compare what we're living through today with what my 100-year-old grandmother lived through. We don't have enough stress. That's part of the problem. We ain't got enough to do, so we create problems. I'm telling the truth. Most of the stress that we're dealing with that causes a disruption of our endocrine system is due to sugar and starch and trans fats. And until we eliminate those, we're not going to be successful. Would total health be better than bone and joint? They're so similar that it's not going to matter a lot, but total health is the superior product because it has some of all of it in it. I went with the brain health because they were so similar, and I wanted to spend the $20. I saved the $20 for some other like collagen or something. Deborah says, I've cut sugar out and I thought for sure I'd be losing weight quickly. Deborah, do you have a journal that we could look at here in front of everybody? And we can fix that for you. You should be losing it quickly. So something was wrong in my teaching and I want to fix it. Do you have a journal we can look at? Would it be okay if we all look at it? So let me ask you a question, Deborah. How many days have you been on the program? Since Thursday. How much weight have you lost since Thursday? Not much. All right, so let's go take a look. That shouldn't be the case. Glad you brought it up so we can fix it. Because if I don't fix it, you'll leave me, right? So I'm incentivized to fix this for you. Don't want you to leave. We'll do this all together. Let me get it pulled up. All right. So I've got two different. Are you crafting lady or Debbie? You got, I don't know if it's two different people or you're neither. Oh, then I don't have you in here. Would it be under some other name? I see two, crafting lady and Debbie 70 at Yahoo. I don't see a journal in here. Okay, so you are that one. All right, perfect. All right, everybody, big round of applause for Deborah Johnson. She's being vulnerable. All right, so let's take a look. We're going to go to your journal. Let's go to your weekly timing chart. Okay, you started last. All right. Interesting the way you got your week laid out. You started the week on a Thursday. I don't have any journal entries here. So I've got 3 days and on Sunday. Let's take a look. Lion Day, 2 whole eggs, cheddar cheese, sausage patties, tuna creations, 5 whole wheat crackers, my lasagna bowl recipe. So that we can help you, because remember, y'all, she's just getting started. Show her a lot of love here. Do y'all all spot a lot of stuff wrong with this already? Now, the problem here is, everyone, that we come from the diet mentality where it's calorie driven. This is combination driven. Thank you, Linda. I love you. Can I pay you to hang around with me all day? Does everybody spot some stuff wrong? So whole wheat crackers, is that a Lion Day? No, that's not a Lion Day. And you had a 1 + 3. Now, you could do this as a perfect pairing if you're not trying to lose weight. This is pretty good to do if you're not trying to lose weight as a perfect pairing. But as a meal, it just lets me know that you're not, quite there because you just started. And then we look at the lasagna bowl recipe. I need to see the portions. Your 3 meals aren't that bad. I would say you probably caught a lot of calories up here, but this Lion Day was disrupted. You can't have a Lion Day and have crackers, even approved crackers. So that day would have actually been a holiday because you tried to have a Lion Day, and I commend you for that, but you threw crackers in, which disrupts that whole process. See? Let's go to the next one. Yeah, Sasha, if she did, then she looked at it wrong, because whole wheat crackers are not allowed on a Lion Day. That can be frustrating. She's not here to defend herself, so I don't want to pick on her too much, but she knows that that's not. Now, she may have been busy and overwhelmed. Yeah, you haven't learned what a Lion Day is yet. Now, if she knew that you were having crackers and told you it was a line day, she didn't hear something right. So let's look at this day. So now we're having breakfast. You're having your English muffin with peanut butter. That's approved. You're having avocado, half of one. You could do that. You're having low-fat cottage cheese, 3/4 of a cup. You had stir-fry chicken. That's a portion might be a little large there. That looks like a standard plate. Did your two hands cover that whole meal? Okay, so if your two hands covered it, I'm not going to fuss. Is there any rice or anything there? No rice? Okay, so I would back off the portion just a little bit, but we'll call that approved. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 eating episodes. Everyone, is 4 eating episodes a weight loss strategy or a maintenance strategy? No, you're doing good, Deborah. Please don't take anything I say wrong. This is all of us. We were all here too. We're learning a family program. Okay. So you were a little off there. What is your ideal weight, Deborah? What weight do you want to be? Okay. So you need to keep your calories below 1,200 calories. Let's look at this. Watch. So you've got 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and the muffin. So about 100, you got about 250 calories there. You got about 200 calories with half of an avocado. That's 450. You got another 100, 550, and then this puts you up around 1,000. So you had about 1,100 calories. That's about 100 calorie deficit. So you did lose a little bit of weight. Does everybody see how I did that math? You have to be in a calorie deficit, and you were. You didn't spike insulin at all. Great job. But you were only in about 100 calorie deficit. So you would have seen just a tiny bit of fat loss that day, which is good, because if we're living the lifestyle, it just gets better. Let's take a look at this. Keto bread, a condiment, nothing listed. So did you eat more yesterday, or did you forget to add your other entries? Okay, didn't finish yet. Oh, this is today. I'm sorry. So you're just 3 days in, and 2 of the days we found things. One day was the wrong day. Have you tried, Deborah, have you tried my Shibboleth simplified plan until you learn more about the program? Liza, would you give her Shibboleth simplified? I'll do it. I got it right here. Let me grab it. I'm going to give you a couple of things because I'd rather you, until you learn more, eat from my meal plan, okay? So here's Shibboleth simplified. If you don't like that, then did you like any of those recipes that was in your fast track guide? Liza, could you post here the fast track that we give to everybody now with the recipes? And Deborah, on your portions, I want you to tighten them up just a little bit, okay? Just tighten them up a little bit. Let's think 6-inch plate right now. No thicker than the thickest part of your hand. And I just posted the Shibboleth simplified. Here's some meal. I'd rather you stick with my meal ideas until you learn more, because you're just getting started, okay? So there's not enough data here. There's not enough entries for us to feel like we should be losing weight fast right now. Let's do this as a family. Do y'all agree, or am I being a little hard? There's not enough here. We haven't really even got started with the program yet. So we want you to temper the expectations until we learn it. And then you start eating real Shibboleth approved foods. Because what you're doing is you're drinking water from a fire hydrant and you're picking up the pieces that you're learning, but you're not quite there yet. We can come back and have this conversation in a month and you'll be laughing. You'll be sharing with other people that are feeling the same kind of way you are, that, hey, just hang in there. Would it be better to get the peak performance for women or the over 50 if you're both? I think for most people, the over 50 if you're over 50. Any other questions before we go? Lindsay, I didn't see yours. Let me go and look. Don't see anything there, Lindsay. I'm looking up. And I can add my own music. Is that the question? Yes, you might have to request the girls add it, but now it has to be royalty free. The girls can add anything privately if you give it to them in the right format. They can add anything privately. But if you use it publicly, we could all get in trouble. So it has to be royalty free. So that's the only downside to that. I have all kind of music in mind, but I'm never going to use it publicly. So wanted another look at how to make a slide video. So when I'm in here, it's real easy to do. I just go to my journal. Oops, I was already in there. My vision tracker, vision and goals. And basically I'm adding a new goal. Oh, I'm in her account. I guess that's okay because she don't have anything here. I put the title of my goal. I just fill out the information. And then I add painful images and my positive vision down here, save it. And then when you come back, it's ready to play. It's real easy to do. Great tool. All right, y'all. I'm headed to the next one. I love y'all. Brenda Burke lost go tell the world that, Brenda. Check this out. Brenda lost 7.4 pounds on Shibboleth Simplified. See, that's all we got to do, y'all. That's all we got to do. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Love you. Bye-bye, everybody.